Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
All right, Alana, we have more storm clouds moving through the state today.
We just keep staying active.
We do, but that's going to change. So we've got storms out there right now, and we have another day of that. I'll show you the reason why. We begin at Utah Lake. That Linden camera, as you look towards the Lake Mountains, shows storm development in the West Desert. We've got choppy waters there. Folks on kayaks, hopefully they heed the warning and hop off the water because plenty of lightning coming through with these storms, as well as gusty outflow winds. Storm tracker radar zooms in so you can see it's really in northern Utah and near the state line towards Wyoming. Up near Cache Valley, there's a cell south of Malad, but keeping our eye on the West Desert because these storms are tracking northeast. This line of storms impacting Tooele brought rain to Tooele County. We've got lightning in the Rush Valley, and now that's pushing towards Daybreak, West Jordan, and into Salt Lake County. Here at the ABC4 studios, a sprinkle out there. It's gloomy and the winds are gusting. Live view from Daybreak, which doesn't look super friendly, right? Definitely see that line of storms making an impact in the next hour, giving you that warning that, yes, they're on the move and the storms will continue for the next little while. Big picture here so you understand why we're seeing this. We've got high pressure to our southeast and an upper level low tracking through the desert southwest. We're keeping our eye on that area of high pressure because that brings big changes to the Utah weather pattern. But as we zoom in the last few hours, those storms really developing because of the placement of that low. Counterclockwise flow around it, that enhances those gusty southwesterly winds, why we have a red flag warning and blanding, and then also triggering some of these storms. Daytime heating has helped with that, even though we're below average. 81 in Logan, 78 in Salt Lake. Doesn't that seem a little backwards? Well, it's because we've got storms overhead in Salt Lake County, 79 in Provo, 91 in Moab, 94 in St. George. We're drier in the southern half of the state and in eastern Utah, but that could change as we head into tomorrow. Temperatures along the Wasatch Front dropping into the 70s. We will be gusty with the storms overhead, even if you don't see rain. It's spotty development out there. Notice we get into the low 70s by ABC4 News at 10 with mostly cloudy skies, which means fairly mild temperatures into the overnight. Tomorrow, that precipitation potential, it focuses really east of I-15, and that's where we're going to see those storms bubbling up. But let's go through tonight. The Futurecast walks us through what to expect. You notice that we stay active north of Richfield tonight. Watch as these storms track to the northeast. They're spottier by 9 p.m., but the cloud cover holds on, still stealing some isolated activity as we get to 11 p.m. with clouds in the north. Quiet for the overnight, and then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, the placement of that low and our daytime heating allows those storms to blossom in eastern Utah. That includes Castle Country, the Basin, all the way down to I-70 in the Grand Staircase area. So active conditions. Tomorrow the low comes through, says hello Utah, and then goodbye Utah, because by Friday, hope you're watching the clock in the corner of your screen, we're dry with clear conditions. That's when that high pressure shows up and it changes things. 50s and 60s for those overnight lows, 63 in St. George, 60s overnight in Moab. Tomorrow, daytime highs still below average, making it into the 80s along the Wasatch Front. 90s showing up in eastern Utah and down south, with the warming trend in Washington County underway and not stopping. 80s and 70s for the Wasatch Front and Wasatch Back, with quieter conditions, but the chance of an isolated storm mainly east of I-15. Look at what that high pressure does to the temperature trend in Salt Lake City. Whew, it could happen. We could see a triple-digit day. St. George does. It starts on Friday as we close the work week, and then we just keep cooking. We go 107, could go 108. 4th of July gets windy and temperatures stay above average. Average in St. George this time of year is 100, so this is not far-fetched. Okay, Wasatch Front, slight chance for tomorrow, and then we have the 80s turning into 90s, and I went ahead and just threw that triple-digit day on there.
Ooh.
I don't love a 99. Let me tell you about it. Okay, 99. Yeah. We could see 99 that day, but I don't like to call for 99 because I think one degree.
Go for it.
One degree.
Go for it.
So I get your point, but psychologically it makes a difference. I'd rather see 99 because it's not triple digits.
No comment. Dana, with sports.
It's windy though.
Psychological problems.
No.
Come on with sports.